Hello students, welcome to physics class. Today we will start with lecture 2 where we talk about electric potential energy, which is represented by capital U. Electrical potential energy of system of point charges is defined as the amount of work done in assembling the charges at their location by bringing them in from infinity. We'll explain this definition. What do we mean by the potential energy? See here, suppose we are having the system of 2 point charges which are held at position P1 and P2 respectively. Q1 is lying at P1 and Q2 is lying at P2. We want to place Q1 at P1 and Q2 at P2, and we want to bring these two charges Q1 and Q2 from infinity to these points. How much amount of work we have to do? That is called that is called potential energy, or you can say electrical potential energy. As all of you know that potential energy is a scalar quantity and its SI unit is joule. So let us derive the expression for potential energy of system of 2 point charges. Again, as I had told you that we are having this system, how much amount of work we have to do in bringing the charge particle Q1 at P1 and charge particle Q2 at P2 from infinity, that amount of total work is called potential energy of the system. So we can say that the potential energy of the system is equal to W1 plus W2. What do we mean by W1? W1 is work done in bringing the Q1 at P1. At P1. Suppose the position of P1 is at origin and we say that P1 is equal to 0. And W2 is work done in bringing the Q2 at P2 from infinity. We are bringing both these charge particle from infinity to these points. पहले हम Q1 को लाएंगे and we'll evaluate work done and let that work done is W1, and then we'll bring the charge Q2 from infinity to this point P2 and that work done is called W2. Now the total work done W1 plus W2 collectively is called potential energy. Total work in assembling the charge, it is called potential energy. So our problem is to find out the value of W1 and W2. So let us start with W1. W1 is the amount of work done in bringing the charge Q1 at P1. We know work is done in bringing the charge Q1 at the point P1. This work done will be equal to 0. अब Q1 को जब हम ला रहे हैं, Q2 is not there. First of all we are bringing Q1 from infinity to the point P1. P1 point पर कोई भी field present नहीं है, कोई potential नहीं है, कोई field नहीं है, surrounding में कोई और charge particle भी नहीं है. That is why no work is done in bringing the Q1 at the point P1. So we'll say that W1 is equal to 0. W1 is equal to 0. So why this work done is equal to 0? Because there is no field or no potential at the point P1. Now we had brought, हम P1 पर Q1 को ले आए. अब हमें किसे लाना है? Q2 को लाना है. कहाँ से? इनफाइनाइट से. कौन से पॉइंट पर? P2 पॉइंट पर. Now when we try to bring Q2 at the point P2, we have to do some work against the force of repulsion. जैसे ही हम Q2 को पास लाएंगे, we are taking this Q2 near Q1, और जब हम इसे इसके near रखने का कोशिश करेंगे, then there will be electrostatic force of repulsion over Q2. So we have to do the work against the electrostatic force. This work done that we have to do against electrostatic force, that is W2. So in another way we can also say that whenever we have to bring Q2 at the point P2, we have to do some work against the electrostatic force of repulsion because of Q1, or we can say that we have to do वर्क बिकॉज सम पोटेंशियल इज देयर एट द पॉइंट P2 और वो पोटेंशियल किस कारण से है, वो पोटेंशियल Q1 कारण से है. दैट इज वाई W2 कैन बी रिटन एज V1 इंटू Q2. कहाँ से आया हमारे पास रिलेशन? वी हैड स्टडीड दैट वर्क डन पर यूनिट चार्ज इज इक्वल टू पोटेंशियल. सो वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू चार्ज इनटू पोटेंशियल. चार्ज कौन सा लेंगे? जिस चार्ज को हम ला रहे हैं. और पोटेंशियल कौन सा लेंगे? जिस पॉइंट पर हम ला रहे हैं उस पॉइंट पर पोटेंशियल का वैल्यू हम लेंगे. और उस पॉइंट पर पोटेंशियल हमने क्या लिया है? V1. वाई आई एम राइटिंग 1 इन सबस्क्रिप्ट? बिकॉज दिस इज पोटेंशियल एट P2 due to Q1. It is potential due to 1, that is I am writing here V1. So W2 is equal to V1 into Q2. We will find out the value of V1 कि Q1 चार्ज के कारण P2 पॉइंट पर पोटेंशियल क्या होगा. हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में किया था पोटेंशियल इज इक्वल टू 1/4πε Q1 अपॉन R12. सो we will put this value in equation number 1 and we'll get the value of W2, that is Q1 Q2 by 4πε R12. Now students, I have told you that potential energy of the system is the sum of both these work. So we'll take their sum and answer will be W or potential energy is equal to Q1 Q2 divided by 4πε R12. This is our final result, that is potential energy of a system of two charges. Now suppose we are having a system of three charges, 3-point charges. Then the method of evaluation will remain same. अब हमें कितने charges को लाना है? 3 charges को लाना है. We'll bring them one by one from infinity to their respective position. P1 पर Q1 लाना है, P2 पर Q2 लाना है और P3 पॉइंट पर Q3 लाना है. So total potential energy will be equal to W is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. We'll evaluate W1, W2, W3 and then we'll add all these three to get the total potential energy of the system. So W1 and W2, पहले हम Q1 लाएंगे. First of all we will bring Q1 at P1. So since no other charge, no other field is present, so work done is equal to 0 as we had done in previous case. Next we will bring Q2 at P2. Now we are bringing Q2 in the field of Q1. So the expression will be, work done will be V1 into Q2 as we had studied in the last article. So expression is 1/4πε Q1 Q2 by R12. W1 and W2 these are same as we had derived in the previous topic. Now we are bringing Q3. इस टॉपिक में एडिशनल क्या है? थर्ड चार्ज पार्टिकल. अब हम थर्ड को ला रहे हैं किस पॉइंट पर? पॉइंट P3 पर. We have to do some work against the electrostatic force of repulsion because of Q1 and Q2. P पॉइंट पर जैसे हम इसे लाने की कोशिश करेंगे Q1 भी Q3 को रिपेल करेगा और Q2 भी क्या करेगा? Q3 को रिपेल करेगा. और we can say that we have to do some work in putting Q3 at P3 because at P3 there is a potential due to Q1 and potential due to Q2. So work done will be equal to W3 will be equal to charge into potential. Charge किसको ला रहे हैं? Q3 को ला रहे हैं. जिस चार्ज को ला रहे हैं चार्ज वो रहेगा और पोटेंशियल रहेगा बिकॉज ऑफ अदर टू चार्जेस. सो V2 plus V1. V2 is potential at P3 because of Q2 and V1 is potential at P3 because of Q1. So we will put the value of V1 and V2 here. Q3 V1 is 1/4πε Q1 by R13. Q by R होता है. Q किसके कारण ले रहे हैं? V1 ले रहे हैं because of charge Q1 and distance is in between 1 and 3. See here, distance between 1 and 3 is R13 and distance between 2 and 3 is R23. So next will be potential at P3 because of Q2 will be Q2 upon 4πε R23 and we'll get these two terms as W3. Now total work done is W is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. So we will put all these three values in equation 1. We'll put the value of W1, W2 and W3 and we'll get the three terms, that is Q1 Q2 by 4πε R12 plus Q1 Q3 by 4πε R13 plus Q2 Q3 by 4πε Q3. So this is our result, that the potential energy of a system of 3 charges. We can generalize this result for system of n charges. हमने यहाँ पर summation form में इसे generalize किया है. We'll take constant term outside, 1/4 pi is constant. Summation of variable things qij divided by rij, and this summation for all the pairs. So we students, we had discussed the potential energy for a system of 2 charges and for a system of 3 charges. The next topic is potential energy of single charge in an external electric field. Now you can see here, we'll find out the potential energy. Now how our topic is different from the previous topics. एक तो डिफरेंस यहाँ पर है कि हम सिंगल चार्ज का पोटेंशियल एनर्जी फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं, और दूसरा डिफरेंस क्या है, दैट वी आर टॉकिंग द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ सिंगल चार्ज इन एन एक्सटर्नल इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. लास्ट दोनों केसेस में हमने फील्ड एक्सटर्नल फील्ड नहीं लिया था, लेकिन यहाँ पर हम क्या ले रहे हैं, एक्सटर्नल फील्ड. सो व्हाट विल बी द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ सिंगल चार्ज इन एन एक्सटर्नल इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. सी हियर, सपोज वी वांट टू put or we want to bring q1 charge particle at point P and we want to bring it from infinity to the point P. अब लास्ट केसेस में हमने क्या लिया है, W1 इज इक्वल टू 0, W1 इज इक्वल टू 0. मीन्स कि जो फर्स्ट चार्ज हम लाते हैं उसको करने में कोई वर्क नहीं करना पड़ता, बिकॉज इन दोज केसेस नो फील्ड वर प्रेजेंट और नो पोटेंशियल वर प्रेजेंट. बट इन दिस केस दिस चार्ज पार्टिकल is brought in the external field. So when we are bringing it at the point P, this P point is lying in the electric field, so there is some potential at the point P because of external field. तो वर्क डन यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएगा, वर्क डन के लिए हमें फॉर्मूला होता है वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू चार्ज इंटू पोटेंशियल. चार्ज जो हम ला रहे हैं दैट इज Q, and what is V? V is the potential at the point P because of external electric field. And as we know that potential is a function of R, so this equation can be written as QV of R, and if V is a function of R, it is obvious that U is also a function of R. Means potential and potential energy both depends upon the position of charge particle. अगर चार्ज पार्टिकल की लोकेशन को चेंज करेंगे, both will be changed. Next is potential energy of system of 2 point charges in external field. So this topic is also different from the previous topic in the manner that here we are talking about system of 2 charges, but charges are placed in the external field. So again, see here we are having 2 charges. We have to bring Q1 at P1 and Q2 at P2 from infinity, but P1 is in the electric field and P2 is again in the electric field, and let VR1, this is potential at the point P1 because of external field, and VR2 is the potential at the point P2 because of external field. So we know that work done is equal to W1 plus W2. पहले हम फर्स्ट चार्ज पार्टिकल को लाएंगे, फिर सेकेंड चार्ज पार्टिकल को लाएंगे. We'll evaluate the work done for both cases and then we'll add the terms. So let us start with first के लिए अभी हमने ऊपर कैलकुलेशन किया है. Work done is equal to charge into potential. So work done for bringing the first is equal to charge into potential at that point. So W1 is equal to Q1 V of R1. Let us talk about what's about for next. Work done bringing Q2 at P2. When we bring Q2 at P2, now we have to do some work against the force of repulsion because of Q1. इसे Q1 भी रिपेल करने की कोशिश करेगा, and again it will be under the influence of external field. External field का भी impact इस पर आ रहा है because of its potential. So we have to do some work against two potentials. One is potential due to Q1 and other is potential due to this field. That is why this work done W2 has two terms. First is work done against external field, that can be written as charge into potential, that is Q2 into V at R2, and another is the work done against the field of charge Q1, that is given as Q2 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 by R12. So we'll add both these terms, W2 and W3 and W1 and W2, and we will evaluate the value of total work done. Total work done will be equal to Q1 VR1 plus Q2 VR2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R1 R2. And from this equation you can also derive the potential energy of a system if no field is there. अगर कोई field नहीं होगा then what will happen, first two terms will be equal to 0, पहली दोनों terms क्या हो जाएंगी 0, and we are left with third term only, जैसा कि हमने पहले भी derive किया था, that potential energy because of 2 point charges in the absence of field is 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R12. Next one is potential energy of dipole in uniform electric field. Now see here, I had drawn parallel lines to represent uniform electric field, a dipole, system of equal and opposite charges. Charge on the dipole is Q, separation between them is 2a, which is held in such a way that P makes an angle theta with the electric field. Now when this dipole is held in electric field, what do we observe, that there will be a force on plus Q as well as force on minus Q because of this electric field, and force on plus Q is plus QE and force on minus Q is minus QE. Both forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So such type of forces will form a couple because their line of action is different. इस कंसेप्ट को हम पहले भी एक्सप्लेन कर चुके हैं when we had talked about the torque acting on a dipole uniform electric field, and we have seen that these two forces will form a couple and exert a torque on the dipole, and the torque exerted on the dipole will be tau is equal to P E sin theta. अब अगर हम यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे, due to this torque turning will be produced in the dipole in a clockwise manner. Now suppose if we want to rotate the dipole by an angle d theta against this torque, torque की क्या टेंडेंसी है, इसे clockwise घुमाने की. सपोज हम इसे d theta एंगल से रोटेट करना चाहते हैं opposite to the torque, then we have to do some work. How much amount of work is done by us in rotating this, that is called its potential energy, difference in potential energy rather you can say. So suppose first of all we are talking about the small displacement, we want to small angular displacement जो हम इसे देना चाहते हैं, that is d theta. So small amount of work done is equal to tau into d theta. We'll put the value of tau P E sin theta d theta. Suppose we want to rotate it not by small amount but by large amount from theta 1 to theta 2. How much amount of work we have to do, that is W is integral of dW, integral of P sin theta d theta, theta 1 to theta 2. So work done will be equal to PE on solving the integral minus cos theta, theta 1 to theta 2, and we will solve this equation, get work done is equal to PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. This is the amount of work done in rotating the dipole from one configuration to another configuration, or rather you can say more exactly you should say from one orientation to another orientation. So this work done is called change in potential energy, or it is called potential energy difference. आप इसको ऐसे भी इक्वेट कर सकते हैं like gravitational potential energy or potential energy difference. Whenever object is placed at some height h1, and if it is some work is done and it is lifted to the height h2, then how much amount of work is done in lifting this object from h1 to h2, that appears as in the form of gravitational potential energy difference. So work done is equal to gravitational potential energy difference.